Thanks for clicking on my video. Before we get started, please click the subscribe button so that you can get more great content such as this one. Thanks. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm your host Tony Coleman, and today I'm going to give you my rundown of February passive earnings. I normally have this out a little bit quicker, but I've been kind of dragging my feet lately, so apologize for that. For those of you who are new to my earnings reports, I usually start out with the apps that I earn the least on and work my way up to the highest earners. Sometimes I'll give you some tidbits on why they were the levels they were, or if I'm going to stop using them, or if there's other ones I'm bringing on, so on and so forth, and sometimes I'll explain why. So to get started, the first one I'll mention is Control My SMS. It is a very passive app. You will not make a whole lot of money running it. It's a very simple app. However, they are upgrading its capabilities, so hopefully maybe by the end of the month, maybe beginning next month, it'll start earning better. But I earned a whopping 36 cents off of that. What I do like about Control My SMS is it will auto pay to your PayPal for you once a month, so you don't have to worry about checking on it, going back to each individual phone and cashing out, what have you. It'll just send it directly to your PayPal. So even at a small amount like that, it'll still pay. What they are planning on doing, though, allegedly by sometime in March, they're supposed to start also selling SMS messages. So instead of just receiving them, you have the option within the latest version of the app to also send SMS and get paid for those. They have a very limited feature for setting limits on there. So you will want to make sure if you activate the sending part that you have unlimited international, because if you don't, you may get charged really high rates for those SMS messages. By default, that is turned off and is only set up for receiving. So if you want to try it, Control My SMS, go ahead, give it a try. I recommend it. It wouldn't hurt, just because it's easy setup, extremely passive, almost set and forget. So check it out. From there, I go with SMS Profit. Again, you're not going to get rich off SMS Profit. The reason I make so much as I do is because of my Simcash phones. I have multiple cell phone services in my home, and so I set up SMS Profit, which works along with Simcash as well as Control My SMS. It just receives test SMS messages, so very passive, but you can cash out at a minimum of $2. I made $7.46 in February, but again, that's because I have several cell phone lines in my home. Off of one device, you're probably not going to hit a full $2 in a month. Maybe you will, but don't expect a lot out of it. So, forgot to mention Packet Stream. I actually made $4.85 off a Packet Stream, so technically it should have been mentioned before SMS Profit. But Packet Stream, I do have a video on it if you're interested on what that is. It's basically a VPN service where they pay you to turn your internet connection into a VPN for others, and they'll pay you for the data that gets used off of your connection. Packet Stream, just like Honeygain and IP Royal, they're very risky to use for selling for beer money, because when you're letting other people use your internet connection, you're in essence opening yourself up to a lot of illegal activity going across your network. So I don't really want to fully discourage you from trying some of these options, but at the same time, you need to be fully aware of the potential risk that you take when it comes to VPN services like Packet Stream, Honeygain, and IP Royal. Yes, people can do illegal things and get you in trouble or investigated or what have you. So kind of weigh those options before you start looking into them. I will say Packet Stream, Honeygain, and IP Royal, you really don't make that much money off of them. Even with a bunch of referrals, you're not going to make a lot of money off of them. It's extremely passive, yes. They do pay out, yes. but the risk that's there, up to you to kind of decide if that's going to be the case. So I can say my packet stream earnings was not from me selling, that was from some of my referrals, because I have stopped all usage of Honeygain, Packet Stream, IP Royal off of my network, because I have received cease and desist letters, phone calls from fraud departments, so on and so forth. I've seen traffic going across that wasn't legit traffic that should be going across something like that. So, and I've also had it interfere with my other beer money apps, and has also interfered with me being able to log into certain websites that were legit. It's also interfered with me being able to stream from Netflix, even just because they detect proxies on your server, on your service. So be leery, but Packet Stream was an earner, so I will mention it. Next was GG2U. Last prior couple months have been really good, but for February, I only earned a meager $14, and that was through Hideout TV earnings that I cashed out through GG2U. I have to attribute that to first quarter earnings are usually really low because of advertisers cutting back on all their budgets and reassessing for the next coming year. This is nothing new. This is something that happens every year to pretty much every ad-based beer money structure. So this was not surprising that February was a low earner for Hideout TV / GGTU. For those that watch my channel and follow me, you'll know that I don't do the surveys and I don't do very many ad wall offers. So when it comes to GPT sites, which stands for get paid to sites, me having lower earnings there is expected. So moving on, my next highest earner was Telefia. Anybody who has been using Telefia for a while probably have noticed just this past week that they sent out a notice to everybody that they were changing up how that works. Up until this past week, you could run pretty much as many phones as you wanted on a single account, and they really didn't care as long as you didn't abuse it. Now they've changed their terms so that you can only have 2 devices and 1 account. If they find that you have more than 1 account, they may take action and ban you and disqualify you from cashing out. Also, if you have more than the 2 devices, they may not let you activate more, and you may have to contact them directly to activate a new device if you upgrade something. So they really don't want each person having several devices. They really only want each person having 1, but the second device is so that you can upgrade your phone and it, go fine in the network. But most people who are running it are activating a second phone just so they can get the extra money. So, earnings before they made that change. In February, I made $59.25 off of Telefia. Again, March will probably be not that much, but more than the average person starting out. But after March, probably going to see Telefia drop off quite a bit because of that. So we'll see how that goes. So after Telefia, my points, I earned $400, or I should say I cashed out $400 worth of points in February. That was mostly from Velo offers, views offers, stuff like that. I had some minor referral income coming in, not a lot, but I finally cashed in most of the my points in February, and so that was a good chunk of change for me. So the next one is Simcash. Simcash is another SMS app. They pay you for sending SMSs all over the world. I do have a video on it that explains it and shows you how to set it up. Check it out if you're interested, but I recommend only using it if you have unlimited international texting. That's where most of your profit will come from. You can set it up just for your domestic country, but you may be highly limited because there's not always demand for each country. So you give it a look, try it out, but it will take over your messaging app when you have it going. Um, they don't allow you to see those messages, so that's why it wants the permissions it has. But they also pay out in euro. So in February, they paid me out for what I earned in January. So this number is from what I earned in January, but got paid February 1st. And they paid me 764.3 euro. For those who are wanting a US dollar amount, that converts roughly to $908.62 here in the United States. That was a very good month. I can tell you now that so far, February was a decent month as well. I'll talk about that in my March earnings. March has been a very slow, problematic month. T-Mobile and Sprint have been mucking with their networks, so there's been a lot of issues with SMS messages not getting delivered. Even locally, I can text one of my other cell phones and it'll never deliver the message. So it's not just international texting that's having the issue. It's something on T-Mobile side or Sprint side or both. I can tell you now that they selectively choose which lines that it's affecting too. So it's been kind of a headache in March, but normally SMS Prof or Simcash has been very profitable for me. I will say that I've added a few more lines. I've been expanding and testing some more, but it's actually a really good earner if you're willing to invest in the phones and the lines. So keep an eye on Simcash. That'll bring me to the last one I'll mention today as an earner for February. That's Swagbucks. For those that pay attention to, again, my earnings reports, you know that Swagbucks I will cover, but I won't go every detail. I also don't include the earnings from betting at Gambit Rewards because I no longer do a daily hedge, which is a consistent earning. I now do some of the straight bets as well, and so how I get paid out on those, it can also differ. And also they've changed up their system so that you can rebet your winnings now, and it makes it really hard to track what your profits are with every little thing, and it's a pain in the butt. So I'll leave that out. But the main Swagbucks amount that I'm going to mention does include referrals earned through people doing Gambit. It does include hitting daily goals, so on and so forth. So a little bit of the Gambit process is included, but it's not the profits from the bets themselves being included. So wanted to make sure that was understood. So for February, Swagbucks, I made $2,497.66. I will say that as of March 1st, Swagbucks nerfed the Gambit process, so you will not earn from referrals nor from daily goals off of the Gambit cycle each day anymore. That hurts a lot because that's a big portion of that profit. But you can still cycle your money every day and still make a small profit every day. They've had profit hedges for the last couple weeks. Can't guarantee that'll keep going, but profit hedges, if you're betting a full 20K tokens, is about $5 a day. For those that think that that's not very much money for $200 cyclings, you're probably not going to find that kind of daily return anywhere else on your money. So look at the percentages and kind of weigh your options. But overall, for February, that was in US dollars, $2,983.58 plus 764.3 euro. If I convert the euro to US dollars, the total earned for February would be $3,892.20. Again, that's excluding any winnings from betting through Gambit, and pretty much is the bulk majority of everything that came through. Since February, I have been testing a little bit more. I did acquire a Mode phone. I did post a video on my unboxing of it. I am doing some testing with Mode phone to see if it earns better on current than just using a regular device. I'm also going to do another video explaining that and showing what I found from it, also giving more detail on my opinion of the phone itself. So if you're interested in the Mode phone, stay tuned for another video. I'm hoping to have one out within another week or so. But that's pretty much all I got for today. So if you got more questions, drop them in the comments. If there's something you'd like me to review or check out, let me know. I will be reporting more on some more GPT sites, as well as maybe a few more cell phone providers. So hit me up if there's something that you've got interest in. And then until next time, have a good one.